So Council today postponed the decision to vote on a temporary use permit to somewhat expand the services currently provided by the Bread of Life through the Salvation Army. I think that where there was a lot of alignment from Council today was that the services provided by Salvation Army to our community out of the Bread of Life are critically important. You know, they keep people warm in cold weather, they keep people fed who otherwise might be hungry, and they keep people safe. At the same time, we heard from a number of residents of the area, and certainly as well from some businesses who have previously supported some of the applications that have come forward for that building. Concern just that, you know, it seems that in recent years, in recent months, the area has gotten more challenging. So before we decide whether or not to move forward with a temporary use permit, we wanted to take a bit more time to hear concerns from the neighborhood and to work on a bit of a mitigation plan. So we've asked our staff to go back, work with the Salvation Army, work with some of the neighboring businesses, community members, and service providers in the area, and just come up with a few ways that, you know, it might be items the city that Salvation Army can do, it might be things the city can do, it might be requests of the province, but we want to come back with a few ways that we can start to, you know, before we review if we want to approve the temporary use permit, we want to make sure that we can address some of the concerns that we've heard from members of the public. So it's certainly not a denial. It is just a postponement so that we can make sure we've done our due diligence, hopefully put a few systems in place to alleviate some of the concerns that we heard today, and then reconsider moving forward. The Josephine Sanitary Force Main is a project that's been in our capital plan for a number of years, and it is a big project, about $7 million. But it's a complicated project and certainly one that's critically important. We did have a force main go unexpectedly a few years ago. We had to do it in an emergency way, reroute. This force main doesn't have the same ability to reroute, so it's critically important that we get to it before we have a failure. So that asset management that we are always working on at the city is coming into effect now, and with this project. And the good news is we've planned for this project, we've budgeted for this project. It is a $7 million project. We are not borrowing for it. We have funds available to do the project as a result of our sewer and water infrastructure fees that we intentionally put funds away for every single year into reserves.